All right. I like that they actually have this option where I can mute copyrighted music. That's. I really wish every other company had that. Motion blur? No, I fucking hate motion blur. You know, just for the sake of it, we'll hit graphics, but I'll probably switch back to performance. But yeah, I'll hit graphics just to see how good it looks because I am using a PS5. Might as well see what my game looks like on a PS5. Very good. Everything auto saved.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
Considering this is the Alan Wake universe, yeah.
You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare
FBC, huh?
I think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie.
Green Mile?
The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Ooh, look at them God rays. Okay, now if I switch it to performance. Oh yeah, God rays are gone. Ooh, look at that movement. I'm silky smooth now. Let's see. Weapons, pagers, laptops, watches that are smart, phones that are smart, just gaming consoles, I guess. Just anything that's considered smart. So just no modern technology. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered iconic representation of archetypal concept, i.e. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. Oh, fucking Christ. Fucking roommate didn't even bother to check if I got my clothes out of the dryer before asking me. I don't like roommates. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Now that I got a haircut, I can't find like a comfortable place on my ears for my fucking headphones. Staffing, surveillance, blank, data center initiative, construction, blank, blank, minor, office equipment, janitorial cost, blank, mold removal, HQ livability costs. For a breakdown, see page 5 for 5-year comparison. Chart, see page 9.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams. Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Pistachios, potato chips, fibers. It's just fibers. Well, I guess there's no archetypal representation of anything, so it's just generic names. To be honest, I'd actually kind of prefer this sometimes, because sometimes things aren't exactly clear what they are, even if they're printed on the front part of the bag. A shark in his, although secure, permission to following basic protocol, shoot to kill. Good luck. All I got out of that was a shark. The R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you need to get permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Marling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland. As needed, they'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Good God, this is just a flashback to when I worked in a frickin' office. So much fucking paperwork.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you're no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Yeah, working third shift really messes you up after a while. No, I was just here.
The cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Oh, that's neat. That's a neat little camera trick.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
While pending any notification of death related to Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. In the service of his/her country, regret, proud pride will be remembered. Words thus racious to be avoided. Alaska, scissored, blood bleed, lost apologies, and sorry. Wouldn't want a government agency actually being sorry for something they did in there once. Welcome to the oldest house. I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
You ain't looking too hot there, Chief. The gun's /intentionally left blank. Your application will be processed.
There's the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I? The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Oh, using the adaptive trigger. Okay. Still by far the most useless feature on the PS5.
Something's coming. This threat attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Once I write it down outside.
It's like we made SCP, not shit.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Yeah, how's this look if I switch it to... Ooh, that looks all shiny and shit. So object forms variable. When bound, the object allows... Thank you for that Discord notification I did not need. That distracted me. Where was I? Let's Paratilitarans to blank. This object may be bound by an individual seeking the role of blank. The object will determine whether blank. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by the blank, though the criteria is unknown. The object was discovered in the oldest house in the room that is now the director's office. The popular hypotheses, many forms throughout history of Mjolnir, Excalibur, Valsanch are the weapons that blank their wielders. If object power is the convergence of focus forces based on a collective subconscious, then this may be or original manifestation of the event. If this is the case, blank. See Dr. Darling, presentation 11.1 for more details. The Hiss Guard. So these guys are just gunners, that's all they are. That's the director before me.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
I do like that they actually do live action stuff.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
Checked all the suspected AWE, and Duluth wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and after a malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort fake AWEs from real thing, or you need to rotate those field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope that there's a little livelier there. We're around you while you dream, huh?
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Do not leave after you hear. See someone? Are you from New York or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If they're responsive with an acceptable range of deviancy, they provide a score, then blank immediately. Or there's no such thing as too suspicious.
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and...
Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials. They also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as modern evaluations of Jung's archetype. We recognize certain blanks informed by our own blanks and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can be artificially blank in popular culture using blank. Our Bureau made an anthology television program, one of the seeds of stone. Human imagination is never the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on blank, a pair of scissors that consumes human blank through two punctures on the blank. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen.
Over. Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jessie.
Okay, Jessie. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
That works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jessie, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out. It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jessie.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or A few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the Hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
Ring, 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 ring. Telephone. Fisher-Price looking ass toy.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the Hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the Hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal, then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The Hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the Hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Although, not to mention, if you're not the person in charge and you try to take the gun, apparently you just fucking shoot yourself.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
This place really does give off a weird, eerie vibe, you know?
There it is again. A welcome message.
Wonder if I could, like, find, the raw files, what they're saying online. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Accommodations $831, meals $714, gasoline $295, minibar $313. Do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. Hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room.
Overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Story event occurred when the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Deaths were reported and outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived in the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which was reported to have been blank. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for blank minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff was transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. Well, yeehaw it is, then. Green, yellow, orange, red. Jeez, this is obnoxiously red.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Did you just fucking... I'm double tapping you for that one. You deserve that one.
An object of power. Looks like the Hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
It's a floppy disk. Slash nuke can be found to gain launch telekinesis.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director. There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
The explosions look really well done. Hiss Ranger. We're trying to use variety weapons in order to face threats from AWEs. Submachine gun, rifle, shotguns. So these guys, they just shoot rockets at you, okay. Book club. Okay, so this is just literally just a thing on a book club. Object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. Object is currently bound to blank for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in blank by agents blank and blank or the CIA, the diskette contained launch codes to blank missiles believed to be reserved for use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off and is requisitioned by agents the next day.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mail room.
He's just blaming that family being killed by paranatural means on a polar bear.
This must open the door. Just explaining how lockdowns work. So how do these people get hacked? have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
That's fun, using real world events to make stuff up for your game. Alright, you leave me alone now, Brown. Enjoy your little trip to the doggy house. Ugh, love that little dog, but damn, she will not stop pestering you if she wants something. I spoil that little dog too much. There we go. Controller wire got stuck in the wheel for a second.
Roberto Tomasi, head of comms. The hiss got him. The hotline can't be far now.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. The door marked with the Black Pyramid.
That's how you know this takes place in the Alan Wake universe.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream. Key has a black pyramid on it.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
All right, take this down. The situation in...
Team 6's error, red bake light telephone. Rotary dial can replace the black knob of unknown purpose. See, that's what I hate. Why is how much the phone weighs fucking censored out? That makes no sense. The blank. The director of the option will cause lethal blank. So they don't know where it came from, basically. So these guys throw stuff at you.
Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon?
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Oh, he said it. He said the thing. He said it.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
The janitor. So are these like all the previous directors? I'm assuming so, because see what's his face up there. So I'm assuming this is going in like descending order.
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Sounds like the janitor.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions. Communicating? Coordinating? What about the plan? Attracted them.
The power plant is largely confidential. No use guessing the Hiss's motives if we don't even know what kind of energy.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face. The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Oh boy, a book review. These days, most young adult novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance. Unless you manage to do both. In the story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called The Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find the cure, they go on expeditions into dangerous, uncharted territory. The people all live in walled cities now because of dystopian future. And along the way, they just have to fall in love. I like how we never got to know if the fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for a young adult. The main character succumbs to the fix when she's so close to the cure and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but that job can still get done. She dies out in the unknown, alone, and surrounded by danger, but never lost sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. I'd give this book a 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I recommend it to my brother's kids.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
I really do like the physics on things when you explode them. It's really neat.
What's down that way?
Merry-go-round horse object of power.
This place makes me nauseous. An object of power? How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy? Let's see the Hess keep up with me now.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted. Otherwise, I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele.
Oh, is he Finnish? I recognize Berkele, which is like essentially fuck, but for Finnish people. So, yeah. If it's not Finland, it's one of the Scandinavian countries. I know that.
And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
I like Ahti. He's a cool guy.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it, didn't trust it, didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end, contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it. To his credit, he didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Yeah, oh, it's just about to sneeze. Ugh. Hate it when that happens. About to sneeze and then it goes away. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. It can be quite dangerous when blank. Its path is an object is currently bound by blank. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. A local blank reported that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, See America Overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local blank were found dead at the scene. The object attacked Agent Blank by blank. Agents invoked the formula C.5 to blink the object long enough to blank.
Hey, are you new? Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Ma'am! Hey!
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
We need those pumps and converters online.
Ooh, gonna be one of those levels. Come on. This is why we put safety rails in places, people.
Power cut. Replace the parts.
Yeah, this place is really fucking red.
We need to fix this thing ASAP.
My old enemy, the Glock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the mystery. Get rid of him.
Just fucking shit on me.
My name is Dr. Pierce, lead professor of the parakinesiology department. I've discovered a paranatural entity hiding within the Bureau itself. Under our noses, the DRA refused to allocate me the budget or the Bureau, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Let this recording be the proof I need to convince them. It's been talking for some time now. Listen. Did you hear that? Force capable of communicating. I checked and there's no record of ever installing this furnace. I believe it. Oh, sorry. Listen, you. What do you eat? I see. I'll try to find some.
That sounds dangerous.
This place is gonna come down. I've ever seen.
sound. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
Yo, that cube was tumbling for a second. This game does look very, very good. the smoke effects, the explosion effects, they all look very, very good.
It's fried up. You need to wait before the old victims inside the plant has a shit fit.
My name is Dr.
Let's go lift the lockdown.
Next game is Wednesday at 8, usual spot. Hazard owes me $20. Arish, still on a fucking winning streak. Someone please figure out how he's cheating. Thompson, suspended for a game because of that shading dealing incident. Guy, I owe you $60. I brought beers last time, so it's Hippenstall's turn.
That's it. The other sector should be open now.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone.
I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
He's asked us to document his incantation, as she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Jesse, you made it. And you lifted the internal...
Listen, Emily. Screw it. Just tell her. I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill. The slides created doorways to other places. Bad things happened. Came through. That's all she gets. The rest stays locked inside. But we found help. Through one of the doorways, we met something. A being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan. I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, I assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the Ordinary AWE case files after you mentioned it. Trench and Darling were both involved. A large area of the containment sector was reserved for it. The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along. She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you. I call her Polaris.
As in a guiding star. Did Polaris know about the hiss? If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible, Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes. But one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the Hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan. I need to go after her. How can I get to the research sector?
Use my keycard. The sector elevator will take you there.
Marshall is the next step. What Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past. I am so close to something. Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now. And when time comes, I will come calling.
energy converters. What the hell was even going on?
A lot of these questions can be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
We don't have the proper facilities.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries. Authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen. fielding questions recently? Regarding HRAs, what are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements. We're listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA.
Boop boopity boopity boop.
Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
This is Control. It's by the same guys that made Alan Wake, so it's actually a very good game. If you're into SCP, then you'll like this game as well. It's not an SCP game, but it's like it. Oh yeah, this is the maze. This is the part that everyone talks about on YouTube. This part's story locked. You can't get past that until you have a certain thing in the story. Oof, that's close. Oh, that would not feel good. Just right in the face, man. Come on, shoot me, shoot me. I dare you. Bad idea. And he's gone. I wonder what a thing called a sniper does.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the Binder, and those the Binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
Really do wish there was like a guide arrow or something, because holy shit, this place is a maze sometimes. Possible AWE with an unarmed individual experience transcorporeal reality via phone line. Event is notably similar to AWE blank, in which blank blank. Event is believed to have been caused by blank blank. As a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent blank 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 and blankety 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 blank.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Oh, damn it. Alright, so to the maintenance sector. Hope you like loading screens. You're gonna be seeing a bit of these around.
I just read this. Welcome to the Ranger Field Training course. The course must be completed in the specified amount of time. When you're ready to start, press the button. Is that all, or?
I always did love obstacle courses.
Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Seconds remaining. Again, Ranger. Shit.
The guy narrating this sounds like the type of guy who would struggle to read a basic sentence in, like, high school.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Course failed.
Oh, come on, I was right here. Hello, how you doing?
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God, just listening to this guy is annoying me because he sounds like he struggles to just read on a fundamental level.
Go. 45 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Seconds remaining.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, go, 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 go.
5 seconds remaining. Course complete. Congratulations.
Guessing this isn't usually part of the course. I need to hit it while it's protecting itself.
My day's going well. I had to do a bunch of yard work today, but it's finally over.
Time to have a shield.
Haha, sniped. Tire. I really tired him out. I'm gonna go kill myself now, BRB. Return to sender. This is yours, please. Can you hear me? Are you lost? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost. I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Where, ma'am? Gone away. Can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Hello, ma'am. Dispatcher attempted to call down our back, but it was no longer in service. Someone got turned into a goddamn telephone wire. Jesus, that is unfathomably red.
Intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Object is a guardhouse, brand, home safe. Weight measurements vary. When bound, the object allows paramilitarians to telekinetically gather items and debris from their surrounding. The current object is currently bound by blank. Discovered in the basement of a home in blank, Ohio. Why am I not surprised that this is in Ohio, of all places? The object gained rapid interest in certain online forums dedicated to opening abandoned safes. After months of failure, the owner attempted to open it with explosives. The object survived with no physical damage. Bureau agents were dispatched, now confident with its paranatural nature. Blood occasionally emerges from the seam around the object's door. Test confirms that blood is not human. X-ray taken of the objects indicate that something is trapped inside, though the images are always blurred, which indicates the contents of the object are moving. All attempts to open the object have been unsuccessful.
keep that thing here?
What even is that thing?
Doing with that thing?
Good question.
Damn it! We need backup down here.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
So that just basically heals them, okay.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden? Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She's got that right.
More of you? Really?
Trench said his team knows all the Bureau's secrets. Marshall, especially. Does she know what happened to Dylan?
Welcome to the party, ma'am. Marshall is right down the hall.
There you are. I was starting to worry. Congratulations on your appointment, Director Faden. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Well, she's been here a while.
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't leave it.
might have happened.
Like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the Hiss. How to make it work?
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have...
For Black Rock, distinguishing both the shape and potency. While the density of Black Rock dampens paranatural force, the unique blank structures of Prism retains frequencies in the range of blank to blank hertz with perfect blank harmonization. This report analyzes the results of focusing a blank through a harmonized prism onto a blank, methods for imprinting non-physical fields onto blank, and viewing them with properties of harmonized resonance blank in the prism will be explored and explained. Refer to file blank for full report. And, yeah, that's just another information.
Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Let's see. So, one full black, 3 black triangles.
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
So 4, so 2 black walls, and then 1 black side of the cube. This is 4. Yeah, okay, that's the right one. Two, so 1 full side black. So that's number 2. That's 3. 5. That's number 1. There you go, it's 2.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
Just, I know, shut the fuck up. And then 3 should be full black square.
These whiteboard drawings may be important.
I know, Marshall. Shut. I hate it when games do this. I figured it out. Now shut the hell up. I'm just trying to figure out the order.
It looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
Symbols? What the hell?
What do the symbols mean?
Anyway, do I have to put them like all in order from like full to not? Let me grab them all again.
What do these whiteboards mean?
Shut the hell up, Marshall! Oh my god!
Try different combinations.
Oh my god, Marshall, I will slap you. So that's 4. Oh, wait a second. Am I supposed to count the black sides? Let's see. That's 4 for the... Let me try putting that one in 4. And this only has 1 to it. This has, let's see, 2. That has 3 in it. Ah, damn it, thought I had something going for a second. No! let's see. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one-sided wall. Sided wall. So I know these cubes are supposed to, like, correspond to each other, but I just don't know which order the punch cards are in. That's the problem. I can't tell which is the first punch card and which is the other. And I really don't feel like brute forcing this puzzle. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that has to correspond with that. So that's 1. So 2 should be that one. It's 3. That's 5. It should be 2. And so the 1 side should be next to the 4 side. It's 5. It's 3. So 1 side square, then full cube. Ah, come on. No! God damn it. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so what if I try doing like a cube, but like 4? Now we 1. That should be 2. And what, this is terminal 3. Oh my fucking god, finally. God, I hate punch cards like that.
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more Blackrock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the Blackrock processing site and maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way.
But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
What? What happened? Hyper-real concepts. Ignore this. Ignore the message. Okay.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Jesus Christ, what happened to your face, man? Let's see. Okay. I believe that might be it.
Please state your name for the record. Paul Warren, astral mark, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal entangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your seat is good? Yeah. Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Their brains were fried when I took over the object.
Object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The images cannot be removed from the light box. The information of the image belongs to a patient named Blank. The object allows paratiltarians to forcefully seize an individual blank. The seized individual becomes blank to the user. The effect lasts blanks. Once released, the seized blank as a result of psychic trauma. The object has no current binder. A janitor named Blank bound the object at St. Anne's Hospital in Blank. Soon the building's occupants were blanked by him. The Bureau dispatched an emergency response team to Blank. The perpetrator and Blank and the item fatalities numbered in Blank were for operational details. See 226 HQ 452.
Please stay.
wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
Alterations in his corrupted organism vary so wildly. What's the connection? Hi, Jesse.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be?
But he's usually in his office in research or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve.
He didn't let you into his labs?
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought of a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. Yet one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water. It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work here?
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before, and studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What, I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. You know, it's just... wow. I mean, this blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
See you soon.
Be careful out there. See you when you get back.
Pope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll crucify us if he finds out.
Alright. That'll be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll probably do this again next weekend. So see you then.